That is live. Welcome to the paranormal experience. So, we're only 15 seconds in. There's nobody here, but that's okay. What I want to discuss is this photo that I took in 1994. It's a long time ago. For almost what? 30 plus years? So, what you can see in this photo is a dimensional doorway. It's a doorway to possibly a different realm, possibly to the afterworlds. Who knows? I don't really even know. It's all really philosophical and kind of a rabbit hole. But if you look close to the bottom, you can see a little square. It looks like a door, as we know a door. And the whole photo is bright. You can see light shining out of that doorway into our world. This was taken in a quote-unquote UFO hotspot that I've been visiting for well over 30 years now, that I've referenced in the past. I cannot give locations of where this place actually is. All I can do is tell you about the experiences that I've been through for that long. It all started for me in like the 1980s, 1990s, and been obsessed with the UFO and paranormal phenomenon since then. And this is just one of the photos I took. This is a 35 millimeter photo. It is probably 1600 or 32 ASA, which is the shutter speed of the actual camera that I used way back when cameras were manual and nothing was digital. You can also see in this photo little streaks. They're all over there in the center, in the upper right, towards the center upper, and a couple to the left, and they all mimic each other. These are not camera defects. They're not lens flare. They're not anything that you can debunk. The photo is one of a kind. I've never seen a dimensional doorway or a shift in what we call the paranormal from one world to another. There were many times that we would just point the camera to the sky and hope for the best, and then rush the next day to get our photos developed, only to see what would appear on film and not the naked eye. And this was one of them. This is why I call it the dimensional doorway. It's a very interesting picture. It was taken right off of a farm field where most UFO activity or paranormal activity tends to happen, not in the big cities, as we all know. Why this dimensional activity happens in fields or remote locations, no one knows. Whether quote unquote they, and that's the term that I use for this, they just don't really want to be observed by other people. They don't want to be witnessed by people. They don't want to be filmed by people. They just want to kind of be left alone and do their thing, whether they're moving in and out of worlds, dimensions, doorways. One can only kind of hope to experience that they'll walk through. Now, I've come close to these a few times in the past. They can feel weird. They can seem weird, or you could actually just walk through it and nothing will actually happen. How these quote unquote beings or entities do it themselves, no one knows. No one knows, and nobody, I don't think personally, will ever figure it out. So, I just wanted to pop on here, do a live real quick, since it's kind of like my first live. I appreciate everybody that is popping in to view it after the fact. But this is one of hundreds of photos that I have. Hundreds of photos that I will be bringing out to the public and explaining the history and the stories behind each one of them. Again, this is the dimensional doorway. It is a strange photo. I can zoom into the bottom of the photo for you, and you can actually see right there. It looks like a square, and it is just something that most people will never ever witness. You may or may not even see it on television, but it definitely happened. I was definitely there when it happened, and I definitely filmed it myself. So, again, I appreciate you all listening to my stories. I've always wanted to document this and possibly someday create a whole movie about the 30 plus years experience that I've had in the field. And I will see you guys on the next live.